Yeah, what's good, cryptocurrency fans out there? Welcome back to the Everything Altcoin channel. Today, we're going to be talking about some RWA altcoins that you guys need to pay attention to in 2026. There are some on the market and some upcoming altcoins that you guys want to keep on your radar. Now, this is a video, a part of my top narrative series for 2026. So you guys make sure you go check out the other narratives we talked about. I will link them in the cards up top, right? We're going to talk about robotics, RWA, AI, even energy. So make sure you guys pay attention to those videos. Those will help you guys get prepared for 2026. So before we get into talking about RWAs, I would like to ask you guys, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. We're on the road to 30K subscribers. If you guys want to help out with that, hit that red subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video. Comment what you guys think down below. And while you guys are down there, you guys can hit that Discord link to join the Discord to continue the crypto conversation we're having daily. And check out the Patreon group. As you guys know, we have been getting to some bangers. The market is pretty slow as of right now, but once the market starts to bounce back, this is the perfect opportunity to look into the Patreon group. And while you guys are there, you guys can pick up my ebook, The Essentials to Mastering Tokenomics. This will help you guys pick out the next gem in your cryptocurrency portfolio once you're able to understand market cap, FDV, circulating supply, narrative, vesting. All of that is very important to picking out the next gem in your cryptocurrency portfolio. So links for that will be in the description down below. And after you guys do your due diligence, you guys can check out the Patreon group. There's a sale going on that you guys can take advantage of to test out the group. See it's for you guys. I know it's a boring period of time as of right now, but this is always the best time to lock into a solid group. And after you guys do that, you guys can also check out Tangem. They're having a pretty good sale as of right now where you guys can get an extra 15% off till January 18th and get $10 in BTC. Use code Everything Altcoin and save yourself another 10%. So links for that will be in the description down below. And let's get right into the video, guys. So RWAs outside of AI has been probably one of the most talked about narratives in crypto, and actually has been one of the most profitable narratives in crypto in 2025, right? Green but red, I like that name, right? Puts out this tweet: the most profitable and losing crypto narratives of 2025. RWA tokenization was the undisputed winner, the only narrative that stayed consistently profitable for several years in a row. AI, DePIN, meme coins, DeFi, gaming, and other hot sectors all turned red in 2025, underperforming last year's hype cycle. The market's message is clear: fundamentals outlast trends. As you guys can see, RWA average returns year to date was 185%, right? That's the top. Then you had layer ones, made in USA, I don't know, meme coins, of course. Damn, minus 31%, right? You guys can see. So the top three was made in USA and layer ones. You got 80% there, and then made in USA was 30%. Then most profitable crypto narratives in 2024 was AI. That's when the AI boom really started. You see that damn near 3,000% return. And then of course meme coins and RWAs. Now for some people, they might not even have seen it in terms of like the altcoins that they've been holding, because some RWA altcoins just haven't benefited this year as well. But there's honestly been so much talks of tokenization from Larry Fink to Brian himself. You guys can see from this tweet here, tokenization is going to reinvent finance. Everything that can be tokenized will be, right? It's much better for the end user. The core benefits: real-time settlements, eliminates counterparty risk and liquidity and accessibility, efficiency by reducing bureaucracy and friction. Then you guys should also go follow Real World Asset Watchlist. You guys get all the alpha you need on some RWAs, right? So just in Presto Research, crypto analytic platform predicts tokenization hitting $490 billion by the end of 2026. That's a huge. We're going to look at where we're at right now, where pretty much, as you guys can see, in terms of the distributed asset value, we're sitting at 18.87 billion, and the represented asset value is 396.49 billion, and total holders, you guys can see, is just continuously going up, same as the stablecoin value and the stablecoin holders. Now, a lot of this tokenization growth will be driven by tokenized US treasuries and credit instruments moving on chain. This is going to be huge. A lot of talks is going to be happening in RWA next year, and I believe it's going to greatly benefit the market when it comes down to crypto. Now, DeFi Warhol put out 10 RWA predictions for 2026. Let's look over them. Tokenized stocks market cap will surpass 5 billion. Right now it is sitting at 700 million today, right? So that is huge gains already, right? Tokenized stocks will hit 10 billion in monthly transfer volume, 1.4 billion month today. And then with 24/7 on-chain equities will be integrated into mainstream apps. Now, we're already seeing that with Coinbase. Coinbase has already added their tokenized stocks. I think Hyperliquid has done the same, where you guys can actually leverage trade tokenized stocks on their platform. I might be wrong on that one, but I've heard it being talked about. Tokenized private credit will surpass 60 billion plus active loans outstanding, right? It is $19 billion today, with 120 billion total plus loans originated, right? Then you're going to have the tokenized US treasuries will grow to $25+ billion, right? Tokenized commodities will be $10+ billion market cap niche. Then you're going to have institutional alternative funds will go beyond $10+ billion in total value, right? And tokenized non-US government debt will cross $3 billion. Tokenized corporate bonds will surpass $2 billion. Total tokenized RWAs, excluding stablecoins distributed value, will hit $60 billion. RWA user growth will go exponential with 2 million plus RWA holders. So I love those predictions by DeFi Warhol. Now, looking into the RWA narrative, as you guys can see, it is sitting at $53.9 billion as of right now, and that could well over double in 2026. Right? Sounds crazy, but there's potential that this could really double in 2026. And what that would do to the honest market cap of some of these altcoins is ridiculous, right? But this is all hearsay as of right now. We have to see how 2026 will play out. But when you guys go look into the RWA category, there is a lot of standout names on here. This is one of the categories that really have been building. Some haven't played out the way we wanted to play out. Like you guys already know Plume. Well, you guys know we're a big proponent of Plume on this channel here, but of course this has not really played out the way we wanted to, and especially now that the vesting is about to start. If you guys don't know, we do have a checks and balances that we look for when it comes down to these altcoins, and this is something I use for 2026, and Plume failed. It failed the important part, right? Pretty much it does have the real world relevancy, then it does have 3 the great partnerships, but tokenomics is not going to be looking so hot for Plume in 2026 because the vesting is about to start here. Now, of course, if everything looks pretty good for Plume, there's a potential that if the volume comes in, it can pretty much withstand the oncoming selling pressure, right? But we have to see how that's going to play out in 2026. Of course, you got LCX. We used to talk about LCX a lot on this channel back when RWAs first started. You got LCX, you had some other ones, Relio, things like that. But there's new host of altcoins that's going to be coming out in 2026 that's going to be looking pretty good. Of course, let's cover some of the best ones I believe in this sector. Top dog, Ondo. There's no denying Ondo as the top dog in this space right now. Now, if this is able to come under $1 billion market cap, that honestly would be huge for those that want to look into Ondo. Ondo is looking like it's going to be one of the true RWA giants in this space. Right now, sitting at 38 cents. Of course, a $1.2 billion market cap. You guys can see it hit its all-time high a year ago in December, where it did hit $2.14. Ondo honestly has been doing their thing. I don't even know why I'm not even following them. That is crazy work, right? But right now, they just announced some new tokenized stocks that is going to be on their platform. The list keeps growing. New on-chain stocks and ETFs from the most in-demand sectors are coming to Ondo global markets. You got AI, EV, tech, value, quantum, blue chips, commodities, leverage long and shorts. So this platform continues to grow, and I believe they're going to have some of the big partnerships in this space, especially how Ondo is looking now. Ondo has done something that most people haven't even noticed. They actually invested into a project that's even looking pretty good too. It's called Figure. Now, Figure, Ondo has invested into them back in November. They invested $25 million. And as you guys can see, they did have their IPO. They raised $787.50 million. And then back in February 2025, they raised $200 million with investors like 6th Street, right? That actually sounds like some game. But as you guys can see, the total raise from this, even more here. Total, and you see JP Morgan here back in 2021 here. So these guys have raised a lot of money, $2.5 billion to be exact here. Now, Figure is a blockchain technology startup that offers loan origination, equity management, and payment services using provenance blockchain, right? It is considered a unicorn company globally and aims to transform the financial services industry by bridging speed, efficiency, and saving to both consumers and institutions. Now, when you guys go look into the RWA category, you will see their Figure HELOC at the top, right? So that might confuse some people on what Figure HELOC is. We're going to cover that just in a second here. So HELOC is pretty much home equity line of credit from fintech leader Figure, right? Letting homeowners borrow against their home equity for purposes such as renovations or debt consolidation. Behind the scenes, Figure uses the Provenance blockchain to originate and securitize loans. We just talked about that. As you guys can see this right now, the market cap is at $14 billion. I don't think people are really invested into this one too much, but Roberto actually put out a pretty decent tweet here on understanding a little bit more about Figure HELOC. Figure HELOC represents a new frontier in decentralized finance, merging traditional home equity lending HELOC with blockchain tokenization. Now, with that, the HELOC has locked $247 million in home equity contracts, bridging DeFi liquidity with tangible property value. Its model tokenizes home equity lines of credit into on-chain instruments, enabling transparent yield distribution for lenders while preserving borrower flexibility. This architecture creates real yield backed by collateralized real estate exposure. In the long term, Figure HELOC's success depends on the regulatory clarity and integration with DeFi liquidity protocols. Its hybrid architecture positions it as a pioneer in asset tokenization, connecting real-world credit markets with decentralized capital pools. So this looks pretty good for Figure. Now, I don't know if Figure is going to have their actual token or are they just going to be IPOing on the actual market. Actually, they did. I think they did already IPO. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section down below. So a lot of things is now happening where you're starting to see the traditional markets bridge in with the crypto markets, and this is going to be huge when it comes down to tokenization and RWAs. Next, you got Centrifuge. Now, Centrifuge is actually an OG in tokenized RWAs as of right now. They've been around from last cycle, sitting at 11 cents right now. They're actually down big, right? At a market cap of $64 million. I actually believe this has crazy potential in the upcoming in the upcoming year here, right? FDV of $76 million. You guys scroll down, its all-time high was 4 months ago where it did hit 40 cents. Now, Centrifuge honestly has been one of those that have been building quietly while no one's really been talking a lot about it, right? They already have things like their Janus Henderson T-bills, the S&P index funds, private credit pools, and on-chain CLOs, right? CFG already wired into tokenized funds with institutional clients and billions in TVL. Now, of course, you guys can go ahead and look onto the graph here and get a little bit more understanding of everything Centrifuge has accomplished in 2025, the big 2025. Now we're going on to the 2026. I think a lot of this is going to play out for Centrifuge, and it is very cheap as of right now. Now, getting into some upcoming RWA plays that is going to look pretty interesting in 2026. Right, you got Saturn Labs, which is US DAT, right? Saturn Labs is developing a yield-bearing stablecoin backed by MicroStrategies, STRC, an institutional-grade Bitcoin credit instrument. This is going to be coming out. This is going to be a DAT. I don't think a lot of people are really talking about DATs as much anymore. There was a big shakeup for DATs. Like, people really was into it. It was like a big thing for the crypto markets, but now has slowly died off. But I believe any mechanism that could take some supply off the market and put it in a vault or something, do something with it where it could create a little bit of a supply shock, some more supply and demand is what we're looking for. I always look at it as a pretty good thing, right? They raised by YZI Labs, which is Binance Labs, in December. They haven't really said how much they have raised, but we can see that Binance Labs is with them. Another one is Ostium Labs. Ostium Labs is a company behind Ostium, a decentralized perpetual exchange for real-world assets such as commodities and forex, enabling transparent and efficient trading directly on the blockchain. It offers sub-second price feeds, updates, and aims to make commodities and forex trading more accessible and transparent. It's going to be a decentralized exchange, which is going to be founded by 2 Harvard graduates. You guys can see they raised a total of $23.5 million, with Coinbase being one of the investors in their latest Series A round. And Wintermute, we don't really like to see Wintermute too much anymore. These guys, they're just doing nonsense to the market. But there's a lot more upcoming altcoins. I probably will make another video. I just didn't want to make this video too long, but there's a lot of standout RWA altcoins that's going to be coming out at least in 2026. If it's not the first half or the second half, that could look pretty interesting for this narrative. But you guys let me know, what's your favorite RWA altcoins in the comment section down below. And if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do so. We're on the road to 30K subscribers, and I'll check you guys later. Peace, YouTube.